What is blocking Leo? That is what today's reading is about. Hey everyone, welcome. Thank you for joining me. I hope you're all well and healthy and happy and all that great stuff. For those of you that are new to Soul Embers, my name is Andrea. I am an intuitive tarot reader, coach, counsellor, and I practice alternative medicine. I would like to give a very, very big shout out to all my existing subscribers. I appreciate your support. I took a year off from YouTube. I had so many competing priorities and I had to press pause. And I've only just recently returned, guys, and I'm telling you, getting back out there into the algorithm is like harder than ever. So your likes, your subscriptions, your comments, all of that really help me, they help the channel, and I really do appreciate them. Now, Leo, many of us, not all of us, but many of us already know which traumatic experiences have led to the blocks that we have. And many of us also know what practices and steps we can put in place to work through that trauma to remove those blocks. What I found from personal experience with my clients and friends is that the problem isn't a lack of understanding or awareness. The problem we often face is that we find ourselves lapsing back into unwanted patterns of behavior that we no longer want to identify with, despite understanding and despite our awareness. And some of us literally, are aware of it as we're doing it, as we're responding in a way we don't want to respond with, and we just can't stop ourselves. And others of us just default to that, and then it's not until we reflect on what happened that we can see the pattern. We can see the pattern again and again and again. So, whilst I think it is very important that we go back there to wherever that trauma is and we work through, heal, release, and let go as much as we can so we can remove those blocks, I often find that can be quite overwhelming, especially if we constantly are trying to figure what this is out so we can step into the energy of the character we do want to identify with. It just makes us feel like there is so much work to be done and it's overwhelming. And the more time we spend back there, the more it becomes our reality. It becomes our lived experience. And we stop being present, and we stop seeing things for what they actually are, what is actually happening. So today in this reading, I'd like to take a different approach. Like I said, that's important, but I think that if we can focus on the present and little decisions we can make today just a little bit differently, right? That do reflect the character of the person that we want to step into, and not a trauma response, just a little decision today, that can really help bring us to the present, develop our awareness of the present, right? And make those small changes day by day. And those, little changes add up to massive ones in the end. So it's just a different approach. Both are necessary, but if we're spending a lot of time in an energy that we don't want to spend, there's a lot of inner conflict that we can, experience from that, and revisiting something we would much rather not revisit. So it's important to mix it up, and that's what we're doing today. Let's jump into it. Okay. So, Leo, what is it that's going on in your present right now? What is it that's happening with Leo that has you kind of shutting down? That's the word I'm getting for you, Leo, as I tune into your energy. Has you kind of shutting down? I can even see you just turning your head and walking away from situations. And this just, just that's what I'm seeing. So what can Leo do today, just that little bit differently, that will help remove this block, that will see you stepping into the energy that you want to step into. Leo, what is this obstacle? What message do we have for Leo? Surrender to the magic of who you are. We all have magic in us, even in the mundane aspects of life. Remember that you are a magical being with a uniqueness and worth that come from you just being. I'm gonna read that again. I just butchered it. We all have magic in us, even in the mundane aspects of life. Remember that you are a magical being with a uniqueness and worth that come from just being you. I'm going to hold the card up for you. Hopefully that's focusing. The light's reflecting. Okay. So what I'm getting for you, Leo, is that I feel that, there may have been times where you kind of blended into the background. That's what it felt like. That you needed to, in order to get attention in any way, you needed to either yell, you needed to either, engage in disruptive behavior. I feel that the only time, the Leos that I'm connecting with, that you got the attention that you deserved, came from negative experiences that you engaged in. I feel that your good deeds weren't nurtured as much as they could have been. And as a result, there is this aspect of you, Leo, that in order for you to feel that a relationship or a friendship or even at work, this just applies to every area of your life, the only time that you feel you are valued is when you are constantly reinventing yourself, or when you are, constantly bringing something fresh to the relationship, keeping it very exciting or very passionate or very innovative, right? There is this part of you that you cannot sit still in the one energy for too long. And that's because you fear that you're going to fade into the background, that you're not going to be as exciting, that others will lose interest. You feel that you need to show up all the time. Otherwise, what is it that you have to offer, right? And some of you may be aware of this, but mostly I'm getting that it'll take some reflection for you to see that when things kind of are consistent, when there's not much going on, you start to get itchy, right? That's what I'm feeling. You start, there's an itch you need to scratch, and you need to create something. And sometimes that could be you seek attention, and so you might start, triggering people, or you may feel that you need to ignite more passion into a relationship, so you go above and beyond to create an experience where you feel you're receiving some acknowledgement. And at work, this could be that you just feel that you constantly need to come up with new and different ways to keep this thing simple, or to streamline processes, whatever it looks like. So I love how innovative Leos are, and how you take the lead and you make it look so simple, Leo, and others are just gravitate to your upbeat energy, your optimism, your ability to just pursue what you want despite your fears or despite the risks that are involved. Leos don't view rejection as something extremely negative. You do view it as something you tried that didn't work. And a lot of people admire this resilience about you, Leo. But the message that I'm getting for you right now is that, you know, there is a lot of emotional value within you. And it is your warmth and your generosity. And it's not generosity of what experiences you can offer to make other people feel good. It's just being part of their life. That brings a lot of warmth, that brings a lot of, and even stability, this element of stability to other people's life that they gravitate towards, and that optimism I was talking about. Sometimes it's not about what we can offer, you know, physically or materialistically, or even the advice that we give. Sometimes it's just our energy. And what I'm feeling for you here is that the more you scratch this itch, the more you add to the more you, I guess, exacerbate this aspect of yourself, and you feed that fear within you that if you're not constantly doing things exciting or differently, that, you know, you're not being valued. So the more you scratch it, the itchier it gets. Perhaps this time, whatever is going on, even if you're experiencing boredom in your current situation, really drop your energy into the present, you know, and see how you can be generous with the wisdom that you have, and not through discussion, but just energetically, just being there for people, listening, understanding, and just giving them your time and your undivided attention when you're with them. And what that will do is it will draw people to you. It will draw them closer and closer to you, and it will inspire them to share what these traits are that they see within you, that they admire, and that they're grateful for. And that will help you work through healing this trauma, further identifying it, having even more aha moments, you know, and slowly removing that block, stabilizing your energy, you know, all of that, not constantly feeling that you're in this fight, flight, freeze response, that you need to be on the ball all the time out of fear of loss. So I hope you guys have found that helpful. I'm going to draw one more card for you, Leo. Guys, if this message resonates, do let me know. I love connecting with your energy and reading about your stories. If you're interested in a personal reading, I do take them. My contact details are in the description box. I would love to connect with you. Okay, so there they are. So what have we got here? Yeah, at some point I feel, Leo, you feel that you lost your mojo, right? You feel that there were quite a few losses that really impacted your ability to connect with your creativity, to connect with passion, to connect with, you know, the source of what motivates us, which is creativity and passion. And whomever this reading resonates with, you will know what those losses are. You will know what it was that led you to kind of build yourself up from the ground up. Because it feels like the reason why, the main message for you here, Leo, is what people really connect with isn't your ability to manifest certain things in the physical realm. What they're really drawn to is sharing experiences with you. You're able to connect with them. You're able to empathize because you have been through quite a few challenges yourself. And it is through your ability to remain optimistic and to be, further build your resilience rather than exacerbate it from those experiences, and pursue what you want despite the conflict that it makes you feel on the inside. It really fills people with hope, and it fills them with warmth, and it fills them with faith about what they can achieve. And that is what they're most drawn to. So talking about whatever those experiences were is healing. Sharing your story with others helps them heal and helps you heal as well through connecting over the same type of experiences. The situations might be different, but the way those experiences may make us feel sometimes can be the same. All right, guys, I hope you found that helpful. Have a great week, and I will see you for your next lot of readings. Bye, Leo.